Imagine standing in line for KFC's fried chicken. Can't imagine it. Well, that's probably because the line moves so fast. But have you ever wondered exactly how KFC's famous chicken is made? That distinctive crunch, the juicy interior, and that mysterious blend of 11 herbs and spices that everyone seems to wonder about. KFC's flavor is one of the most recognizable on the planet. But it turns out that it's not quite that simple to make. Behind every bucket of KFC lies a long and perfected process, spanning over the course of decades. Everything from sourcing to preparation is a testament to KFC's commitment to quality and control. Today we unveil how a raw bird turns into a crispy, juicy, and flavorful chicken piece sitting in a bucket in front of you. And while secrets like their prized spice mix still remain hidden, some things are out in the open. Here at Whole Process, we're about to find out the mystery behind this scrumptious, crackly chicken. If you enjoy these videos, make sure to like and subscribe so that we can continue making these. But where did KFC originate from? Standing for Kentucky Fried Chicken, even though it currently serves millions of customers in over 150 countries, KFC actually had very humble beginnings. The story began in the 1930s when Harlan David Sanders, popularly known as Colonel Sanders, opened a small service station in Corbin, Kentucky. There he began serving his home-cooked meals, including fried chicken, to travelers passing by. His cooking, however, was a huge hit. So popular, in fact, that Kentucky's governor even came forth and gave him the honorary title of Colonel, recognizing his contribution to the regional cuisine. Sanders didn't just sit back and relax, though. He constantly experimented with his legendary recipe, trying to create a version that was both extremely flavorful and, most importantly, fast. Did you know that Colonel Sanders originally used to cook the chicken by hand in a pan? While it showed his dedication to his fast food chain, there was a major hurdle in this method: the time. It took him an average of 30 minutes to fry one bird, far longer than any fast food customer is going to wait in the modern world. Now there was a quicker alternative: deep drying. But it came with a simple problem that pan frying didn't. The chickens would end up being dry or even in some cases unevenly cooked. But something needed to change to fix this time deficit. In 1939, he adapted a pressure frying method, which reduced his cooking time to around 8 to 9 minutes while retaining that KFC-style juiciness. But what made this so different to the already used methods? Instead, it's more like pressure frying, where the chicken is fried under sealed pressure. Since then, KFC went ahead and standardized the use of deep fryers and made it more of an industrial process than it was before by introducing equipment like the special Collectromatic fryer, which was built to KFC's exact needs and specifications. Over the decades, KFC started expanding, first to Canada, then to the UK, Mexico, and even Asia. Today, it's owned by YUM, brands alongside Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. But one thing is for sure: despite the global growth and countless menu variations across countries, the fried chicken all has the same flavor and taste, which was unique all the way back in the 1930s. But what makes KFC chicken so special is its quality standard. Standardization and quality control have been built into every step of the process, from the moment the chicken leaves the supplier to the moment it is served to the customer. That's not all, though. All of the poultry used by KFC is sourced by their tried and tested suppliers. These suppliers meet the company's food safety regulations. Now, you may be thinking that the chicken is cut in the restaurant for KFC, but that's actually not the case. The chicken arrives at each KFC branch already processed, cleaned, and even pre-cut into the standard pieces like thigh, drumsticks, wings, and even breast pieces. However, in certain regions, KFC goes ahead and divides these chickens into 8 to 9 cuts depending on the local menu structures. When this pre-cut, pre-packaged chicken reaches the restaurant, it gets stored in temperature-controlled refrigerators until it is ready to be prepared. This is done to ensure that no harmful bacteria is given a chance to multiply and also to follow food safety rules. But before any cooking actually takes place, the staff has one more important job to complete: They have to inspect the meat, looking for any issues that may have slipped through production, excess fat, leftover feathers, or even any discoloration that may hint at the chicken's quality being below subpar. Only pieces that pass this selection get sent over to the next step. From here, the brining part begins. According to popular claims, KFC likes to dip its chicken into a brine or wet mix of sorts so that the breading can stick to it properly and even more evenly. While KFC keeps this part of its preparation process top secret, multiple verified reports confirm it. The advantage of the wet mix is to simply control the interior moisture levels and salt content so that the final product is more juicy and flavorful. No one likes bland chicken, especially not us. After the wet dipping, the pieces are shaken so that any excess mix can fall off along with any extra moisture. Here is where the popular 7 shakes statement comes from. Now begins the most important part though, dry breading. This is where KFC's chicken gets elevated to that mouth-watering fried chicken we know and adore. KFC restaurants reportedly mix wheat flour with salt, milk powder, egg powder, along with their 11 herbs and spices secret mix. Even though most people have pinned a few down, the exact formula to those 11 secret spices still remains a secret. But they don't just simply toss everything together. According to a Business Insider's visit to a KFC training kitchen, employees are told to twist and fold the dry ingredients about 20 times, then sift to ensure uniform distribution. This ensures that every single bite, from wing to breast, tastes the same no matter where in the world you're ordering a bucket from. The chicken is then coated by dredging each piece into the newly combined dry mixture, completely coated, and then pressed down gently so that breading sticks to the chicken. But here's the twist. This isn't done by some machine. KFC very proudly states that their chicken is hand-breaded and freshly prepared. This is one thing that sets them apart from many of their competitors who use pre-breaded and in some cases, even pre-fried poultry. Any of the extra flour coating is shaken off to remove any clumps of loose coating that could burn or even cloud the frying oil. Once everything is meticulously taken care of, then the chicken heads over for a short bath in hot oil, where it will turn into a savory meal to satisfy your late-night cravings. Here, the pressure frying takes the lead. It's similar in principle to pressure cooking, except, rather than using hot water in the former, hot oil will be used. The fryer has sealed lid traps which help to trap the steam and pressure inside while the chicken is submerged in oil. Because of the increased pressure, the boiling point of water inside of the chicken is raised, which allows faster cooking and a crispier outer shell. In many markets, the specific operating temperature for the frying process sits at 185 degrees Celsius. However, the cooking times can range slightly from region to region because of the difference in poultry. After the cooking process is done, the lid is carefully opened after the pressure has been fully released. Then, the freshly fried chicken is removed from the oil and placed on draining racks or mesh trays, allowing excess oil to drip off naturally. At this point, the chicken is piping hot, but needs a much-needed rest for a few minutes, often in the time frame of 5 minutes. If you're wondering why, so did we, but the answer is very simple. This is done to let the residual heat left over from frying cook the rest of the chicken, simultaneously protecting the chicken from getting overcooked. But that's not to say that staff aren't doing timely checks to ensure that the food quality is not getting sacrificed at any point. Staff will visually inspect any pieces for correct color, doneness, and coating integrity. Pieces which do not make the cut typically get discarded or even reprocessed, depending on that specific franchise's policy. But cold chicken is a real thing. How do they prevent that? After the resting period, the chicken is sent to holding cabinets where it is kept until an order comes in for it. These specialized units keep the chicken hot and crisp without drying it out. The temperatures in these cabinets are uniform enough to avoid serving cold food to customers. Once an order comes in, the chicken gets packaged into the iconic buckets with Colonel Sanders embellished on top, or even boxes depending on the combo deal picked. In fact, did you know that the same iconic KFC bucket has been used since 1957 to serve customers? finally concluding our journey of KFC chicken, from carefully sourced poultry, a large amount of quality checks, and a mix of special techniques. What started with one man in a small Kentucky gas station has turned into one of the world's most consistent cooking systems, along with a fast food chain. So every time you stand in line for a bucket of piping hot and fresh fried chicken, you'll know the long drawn-out journey it took to land in your takeaway bucket. Every piece of chicken that reached it went through a set of the exact processes outlined, with a perfect harmony of temperature, pressure, and time. But through all this, the most important question is, what do you order when you go to KFC? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, remember to drop a like, subscribe, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.